The NFL draft is 17 days away, Dave. So you still must suffer through 408 hours of Saints Twitter debating if the Saints should draft a quarterback. Thomas, hit that intro.
It's Happy Hour Podcast. We never skip a drink day.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Saints Happy Hour Podcast, presented to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro. I'm joined by Dave, Kevin, and Andrew. We'll be here when they get here. That's how they roll. On this edition of the Saints Happy Hour, before we get to that, everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. Dave, we had a bunch of people in the chat. I see Jed, I see Who Dat Golfer, your boy Alan, HatchetJon, Jason Champagne. And by the way, Jed, I'm going to get to your box. We're working through all the other booze. I'll open your box. We'll get to it next week when I run out of all the other care packages people have sent me. Dave, tonight's show. Saints.
It's my draft. It's my night. Tonight's my night.
Mock draft.
It's actually ChatGPT's night.
Oh my god. That's it's either the height of modern 2025 podcasting, or you're just a lazy son of a bitch. It might be a combination of the two. I don't know.
Could be both. Could be both.
It could be both. But before we get to that, the Saints are throwing up smoke screens. They're interested. Like every week is just like Saints like flirting with a different quarterback. We'll talk about all of that. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I'll drink something the patrons have sent me. This week, we got a bunch of stuff, Dave. We got Zambuca d'Italia. That is gigantic.
Oh, interception!
Cheers to my dad. This is my first show watching without him since he passed this Sunday.
HatchetJon, 20 buckaroo.
Thank you, HatchetJon. I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
HatchetJon, we're thinking of you. HatchetJon, his dad passed away. HatchetJon, we're thinking of you. We're a great community here. I love how everybody's so close. And it's family, Dave. I feel like our community is family. And
just based on that message, I have a question for HatchetJon. Was he watching us with his dad? That would be that would be awesome. Tough. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, but that would be tough.
It is tough.
I don't know if he meant that or whether this was just the first show he's watched without his dad with us. Either way.
When your dad is when you have a relative that is a parent or even anybody that's like the Saints or a sports team is your thing. Not that a death of a parent is ever easy. But I feel like it can make it extra hard because if like my dad, the Saints were me and him was a big part. My mom is, and it just like, my mom's still here, thank God. But it like the death is hard enough. But like the thing that
we met them,
you love and you give you comfort, they're like gone. It makes it harder. But HatchetJon, we're thinking of you.
Well, HatchetJon is now reminding us that he actually came to a live show and we all met him one time. So apologies that I was too drunk to remember anything.
Yeah, HatchetJon, you know me at the people are feeding me alcohol at the live show, John. The fact that I don't die after live show from alcohol poisoning, that's a success enough.
And since now that I know that I've met him, I can comfortably say, having known him, I think really what he would want is HatchetJon for you to make the biggest donation you've ever made to the show in his honor. I'm almost confident that's exactly what he would want. By the way, on a totally unrelated note, HatchetJon, I don't know, was there any type of inheritance maybe that is coming your way, a windfall coming your way, John? I'm just asking.
Jason Champagne says the Saints Happy Hour is like family. It's like Cousin Eddie arriving in the RV and announcing that the shitter's full on Christmas vacation. It is, but it's still but Jason Champagne, Cousin Eddie is still family. He's still family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta love him. You still gotta love him.
So I forgot what I was going to say. But
we're talking about your OnlyHands account.
Oh, the OnlyHands. That's right. Thomas, how
It's up on the screen. It's up on the
how
screen.
close are we?
Yes, so as you can see, we are on an 86-week donation streak. We have 18 weeks to go for Ralph opening his Only Hands account, and Oppenheimer is on the streak on his own. The two-and hater, he won for 2 weeks in a row. Let's see if he can make it to 3 weeks. And obviously, HatchetJon is in the lead for the current MVP with 20 buckaroos.
Dave, I have a request. I need Little Pear to get in a rap battle with Oppenheimer. I need an Oppenheimer, not a full track, but I need an Oppenheimer diss track from Little Pear.
An international battle?
I know he mentions he's a Green Wave.
I was going to say,
I was
going to say, you said your favorite song of his was The Case, and he does mention at the end, he says, everybody knows I love Tulane Green Wave.
Hey,
What's not to love about him?
Ralph, did you show the drinks?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
We got Malort as the second drink, as always.
Sambuca.
We got Sambuca d'Italia. This thing is gigantic, people. How
That's
far
what
are
she
we?
said.
So, Only Hands, it's like 18 weeks. It feels a long way away. It's really not. It's really not. Thomas, we're going to have to start having production meetings more. We're going to have to, put the plans in motion. So here's the thing, Dave. The Saints, they didn't send Kellen Moore to Shedeur Sanders' pro day, but that didn't stop Dion from mentioning that he loves the Saints colors. And then today, the Colorado football account posts that, Thomas. They put up a thing where Kamara is out at Colorado's football. I guess they're doing like spring training or something. He's out there hanging out with Dion. I don't know if the Saints want Shedeur. But Shedeur and Dion kind of want the Saints. They're kind of putting the full court press on the Saints, I think.
Well, this is from Colorado. I don't know.
That's right.
So what? So are we saying that he wants to be here with us?
I mean, I think Shedeur would go. He wants to go in the first round.
I can confidently say none of this would be happening if Dennis Allen was still the coach. Nobody would be screaming, "Hey, I really want to go to New Orleans." So I'm giving +1 to Kellen Moore right off the bat. Like he instantly gives us a little more street cred, and it makes us look a little more serious. I don't know. I do not want. Look, like you said earlier, I would maybe be okay with Shedeur at 9, but no way would I ever trade up for him. That would be a terrible, terrible decision. But no, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy about Shedeur. He was not. He's not a, like you said, a generational talent. He just is not a generational talent. He's the best quarterback in a what everybody has called a weak quarterback draft class. I think it looks good because of his surroundings and because of what else he's being compared to. Yeah. And I think you punt. I think you punt. Let's take care of everything else. Let's take care of the rest of the team, the base of the team. How about this? Here's an idea. Let's go O-line early first round and protect the guy that we're going to eventually run with. Here's an idea.
Let's not hang out the home for the wife you want to have. Like you build the home for the
perfect analogy. I love that so much. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dress for the job you want. Dress for the quarterback you want.
Here's the
deception!
Here's the interception. Well, with no message, HatchetJon 50 buckaroos getting us even closer.
I think
only
that
30
no
bucks
message,
away.
I think the no message is he's just a moment of silence for his dad.
That's right. Here's the thing, Dave, that I want to.
Okay, we're done.
Here's the thing that I want to talk about because I was thinking of this. The Saints in 2017. They had an amazing draft, maybe one of the greatest drafts in NFL history. But they missed out on a generational quarterback in Patrick Mahomes because they let it leak. Sean Payton let it out that he was going to Lubbock and he loved Patrick Mahomes. And Kansas City got wind of it and they traded up to number 9 and the Saints didn't get Mahomes. If I'm Mickey Loomis, that might haunt me. And I might say, we cannot let that happen again. We cannot let other teams know what quarterback we want. So, with that in mind, I think the Saints are checking off flirting, dating, heavy petting with every possible quarterback prospect. They sent everybody to Miami. They had Milrow on a private workout. They went to Jackson Dart's workout, but Shedeur, they didn't do anything. And I don't think that means that they don't like Shedeur. I think they're just trying to confuse people and sow chaos because Mickey Loomis, if they do in fact like a quarterback, Mickey Loomis wants to make sure the Patrick Mahomes situation doesn't happen again and his new coach, Kellen Moore, doesn't get screwed out of his quarterback because the Steelers or whoever figured out, oh, the Saints want this quarterback. We got to get ahead of them and draft them so they can't have them. So,
interception!
You obviously need liquor because you are making no sense.
Oh my God!
Taking us over the edge, wrong soundbite.
Thomas, you're gonna want to make sure you hit the extra record button on this one. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's the most and the first time that I've ever agreed with Oppenheimer ever in my life.
Dave, you don't think that Mickey Loomis?
Check the timestamp on this.
You don't think that Mickey Loomis he said to everybody, listen, we are going to sow chaos. We cannot have another Patrick Mahomes situation. We don't want anybody having any idea what we're doing at quarterback.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's believable. That's believable. That to make everything a smokescreen. That's believable. But I thought you were saying that they're going to go after Shedeur because they have
I don't know.
Because they are still butthurt about missing out on Mahomes, and this is their chance to. No, because that would be foolish.
I don't think they view it as we missed out on Mahomes.
Thinking with your little head, not your big head, as my dad used to say.
No, I just think that the Saints may not like any of the quarterbacks, and they may be doing this to make a team trade up ahead of them. I don't know. I think the Saints want chaos. They want people to not know what they want to do. And I think they're purposely doing this.
I really don't know. The front office is obviously the same, but I'll be honest with you. I am not really familiar with Kellen Moore's game. I'm not familiar with what he does, how he operates. I don't know whether he's an incredibly detail-oriented person like Sean Payton was and does these little things like you're talking about. Or whether he's more of a straightforward, simpler kind of guy. I really have no idea yet. But we're gonna wait and find out. I'm excited to find out. And if you could be right, but something about it says I don't.
You don't think that would haunt Mickey Loomis though, and be like, I can't let.
Come on, shut up and fucking drink, man. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right. I gotta drink.
We had to remind you.
They did. I totally forgot.
Do I think that not getting Patrick Mahomes haunts Mickey Loomis?
Yes.
Yes, that's very possible, but that I don't necessarily think that is guiding all of his future decisions today.
Yeah. This is gigantic, Dave. I don't know if I can do this in one.
That's what she said.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You're taking it all. You're taking it all.
I mean, I'll get it all down, maybe.
Right in the face.
Here we go.
The puke meter is on, even though you can't see them.
Oh, that is a lot. That took a long time.
Whoa. Oh. He's feeling it.
He can't even say anything. He's speechless. For the first time in many
frozen.
Years. He's speechless. This is.
If you're not watching the video version, you're missing out.
Ooh, your eyes are watering. Was it licorice flavored? Does it taste like a black jelly bean? It's just one big black jelly bean.
It tastes like a black jelly bean. It's actually I like black jelly beans, so it's.
Oh, so this is like a
really
4.
good, but it's a lot.
What's the
eyes are watering?
What's the percentage on that? Or the proof, whatever. Give me one of them.
It doesn't say.
Yes. Oh my God.
Saints
look it
Rabbit
up.
said that pre-show drinking is now looking like a poor decision. And also, I forgot to thank Jason Champagne.
Look it
Also
up.
donated 12.83, his signature amount. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it doesn't have it. Look, it's 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof.
Give me the rating, man.
It's an 8, man. It's
Whoa, an
I
8?
like it a lot. Like I've never had Zambuca before.
So you like it, and it's an 8. All right, man.
It's it hit me hard, Thomas. Like my eyes are watering. It's not. It's
Hey,
not.
Sally,
I
I
don't
need
think it's-
assistance.
I don't think Zambuca is meant to be taken like a shot. I think it's meant to be like mixed or sipped or something. I don't know.
Should have mixed it
Pretty
with Malort.
That's the second shot. If you people want to get
Damn,
going.
Malort as a second shot. That's a bargain, man.
Yeah, it's a bar. You do it. So before we get to your draft, though, Dave.
We're getting to the second shot tonight too. I think.
before we get to your ChatGPT draft, I don't know if it's the height of laziness or the height of innovation. We'll discuss as we go. The quarterbacks. Do you? What does your instinct say? Because like I said, we're 17 days away. What's your instinct say? Do the Saints love one of these quarterbacks, or is it all nonsense? And maybe they'll pick one in the second or third round or whatever. And like I said, they're going to build everything around them.
Yeah, I think Derek. You what are you asking me? Like, who's going to be starting quarterback week 1?
No, like will the Saints draft a quarterback? Because the Saints haven't drafted a quarterback with a first or second round pick since Archie Manning.
I could see. I could see them taking the quarterback, going with a quarterback, but probably, certainly not in the first round. I could see maybe taking a flyer on somebody in the mid round, but I don't know. I don't know. I think the plan is, and again, going back to the salary cap situation and how they've created a lot of cap room and not used it, which normally they'll go ahead and just use it. I think maybe next year in free agency is when they're going to go after their guy.
You can't get a quarterback free. I mean, they got Drew Brees, but that's like a unicorn that shits gold bricks. I mean, that's not happening again.
I shouldn't say free agency. What I mean is next offseason. And I don't mean drafting. I don't mean drafting necessarily, but getting a veteran guy either by trade or through free agency.
Maybe. I mean, they could do like a better bridge. Here's my thing with last thing on Shedeur, then we'll get to your draft. There is to me, the excitement of Shedeur Sanders on Saints Twitter, online, is an example that Twitter is not real life. Because people are comparing, if the Saints draft Shedeur, people will be as excited as Reggie Bush. And that, to me, is ludicrous. Reggie Bush was a generational college player. It was agreed. Reggie Bush is a generational college player, maybe the best college player, non-quarterback to come out in 20 years when the Saints picked him. That was undeniable. Everybody was like, I can't believe the Texans didn't take him number 1. What are they doing? With Shedeur, if he falls to 9, it will mean Tennessee desperate for a quarterback, Cleveland desperate for a quarterback, the Giants desperate for a quarterback, and the Jets desperate for a quarterback. All said, Shedeur Sanders, not really interested. That's not going to move the needle. Saints Twitter will be excited, but the general public, I don't think Shedeur is going to move the needle that much as far as like ticket sales and excitement. Reggie Bush was a once in a generation kind of needle mover for the Saints, and Reggie Bush sold out the Dome, and Drew Brees kept it sold out by being amazing. I just don't think Shedeur Sanders is on that level. I know people at Saints Twitter yell at me and call me mean names when I say that, but I don't see it with him. I see Shedeur Sanders is like Teddy Bridgewater. He's great. He's fun. Everybody might love him. He might be pretty good, but like he's not going to move the needle for Saints fans to reignite the fan base all on his own on draft day.
I agree. I have nothing to add.
I don't even think, if you're an old Saints fan, I don't even think Shedeur Sanders on draft day, I don't even think he would get Saints fans as excited as Ricky Williams did.
If you don't get excited about your one draft pick that you traded your entire draft class for, then you got a problem. Then you got a real problem. Then you're dead inside if you can't get excited for that.
People are gonna aggregate that. Maybe if they aggregate this, I'll be happy. Like Saints Twitter, go to town, clip it up, make fun of me, call me anything. Call me cripple, call me drunk, whatever. Say I hate Shedeur, whatever. Aggregate us, it gets us more views and makes us more money, so we'll be happy.
I mean, between I'm just thinking now. I'm thinking between the Saints and the Pelicans, and obviously the Saints' history is way longer than the Pelicans. But the Pelicans have had Anthony Davis and Zion Williams
and Chris Paul, Hall of Fame.
No, we didn't. No, but we didn't draft Chris Paul, did we?
Yeah, we did.
We drafted
him third. Yeah.
When they were in New Orleans, not when they were in Charlotte? Okay, all right. So we had Chris Paul. We've had Reggie Bush. We've had, who were the other big number one picks? What's his face? The guy that became a bust?
Ricky Williams?
No. Well, yeah, Ricky Williams.
Davenport?
And then, no.
Davenport. Jesus,
no,
man.
The guy who got fat, like who's the number one guy. They traded up for him or whatever, and he got fat, and he was
Sullivan?
such a... Yes, Jonathan Sullivan.
He got fat.
I mean, honestly, like Reggie Bush might be. Yeah, well, honestly, like Reggie Bush might be the best one out of all of those, out of all of that.
I mean, yeah,
and people were still disappointed by him.
That's right. Like Reggie Bush was fun and amazing, and people were like, "Yeah, wasn't what I thought." I wanted
fun fact: we have a question. On trivia about Reggie Bush later.
Yeah, George Rogers was the Saints number one.
I just like the way you say Bush, Thomas.
Bush.
That's why you're not getting late.
Before we get to Dave's draft, I want to tell people about Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. It's a strawberry-flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail & Sons, strawberry and lemon syrup. Fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. I want to let y'all know, Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. I had a fan, Joe, he sent me the peach Hardhide whiskey, and I'm drinking it, Dave, with peach tea. It's freaking amazing. Like, it's incredible.
Good.
They don't miss.
I don't know if you checked your text messages, but Andrew texted us and he said, and I quote, "Coming now."
Coming. That
coming
can mean
now.
a lot of things, though.
He's coming now.
If you come,
where
you best come hard.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
actually, I need to. That's what I need to text him. If you come, you best come hard.
So here's the thing. My draft last week, people didn't like it. They didn't like the trade up. Kevin nearly had an aneurysm. But Dave, Andrew is joining us, by the way. Dave, your draft, it delights me, it infuriates me, and it has me a little bit curious. You're like, oh, I use ChatGPT to help me with my draft. And the first thing I thought of, you lazy son of a bitch. You're the absolute height of laziness. Just ChatGPT run my draft.
I was able to knock this out.
That's what I originally thought, Andrew.
Well,
but then I thought some more.
To be fair, I was
Maybe in
able to
5
knock
years,
it out in
this is how
about 5
everybody will
minutes.
draft. They'll just do computerized drafting, Andrew. Maybe it'll be better than what the Saints have done.
Yeah, right. Like maybe the Saints should just literally ask ChatGPT what's the best move with every pick.
And if you want, we can.
That's worked out pretty
you-
well for me at times professionally. I'm just saying.
If you want, we can fire off some questions to ChatGPT later too about the draft. And,
Jed says he's drinking Hard Hide right now. Thanks, Jed. Post a picture and
Thank
tag
you,
Hard
Jed.
Hide. Let him know
Yeah.
that we moved the product. All right, so
And
Dave.
Kevin Held says he's 10 minutes away from coming.
Yeah. If you come, you
Also,
guys come
huh?
hard.
Mm.
So, all right, Dave.
All right. Yeah, shut up and let me talk. All right, so I don't know how familiar with you guys are, the listening audience out there is with AI and ChatGPT. I've actually started to use it a little bit in my work. I've used it for doing some social media stuff and just writing up stuff, typing up stuff that takes a little while that I just want to be done with and get over with. And ChatGPT, I pay for the upgraded version, so I'm on a monthly plan. And so for this, I used they have different kinds of GPTs. They have different GPTs that are specific for certain types of things. They have a website building GPT, a coding GPT, an image GPT, a video GPT, and they have one that's called Wolfram, and it's powered by the Wolfram learning system or whatever it is. And that one's good for research and analysis. So that's the one I used for this. And, I don't know how much Ralph and Andrew, have you guys ever done any work with ChatGPT at all? Have you ever messed around with it?
I don't have the paid version. I don't have the bougie ChatGPT.
But you've messed around with the regular one?
But I have.
All
I've
the
asked
time,
it to.
yeah.
I asked it to write. I asked it to write me a.
Oh, you do it all the time, Andrew.
poem.
All the time. One thing
Okay.
I found. So I
Do you use it for work?
Well, I don't have a job, so
I know that. Not what I meant before work. To write your resume. Did you use it to write your resume?
I did. Yep, I did use it
Really?
for my
There you
resume.
go.
Yep. One thing I've really liked. So I used to have a personal trainer that would do all my workouts for me, and we'd meet in person sometimes, but like a lot of times, like it was really helpful for me because he like I'm really good at following orders. If you just like map it out for me and tell me what to do, like I have no problem executing things. But when I am the one that has to unearth a bunch of like critical thinking, that's where I can get trapped and lost a little bit. So anyway, I got laid off, I lost my job. I was like, yeah, paying for a personal trainer doesn't really make sense anymore. So I went on ChatGPT and I was just like, I would get really specific about here are my goals. This is where I'm trying to improve. This is where I'm trying to like not do as much because I have pain in these areas. Like anyway, like TMI. And then I would be like, map out a workout for me Monday through Friday and like what lifts I should do, blah, blah, blah. And it just like does my whole week for me as if I had a personal trainer without paying a single dime. Like it's amazing. It's
That's
so
good.
good. So
Yeah,
good.
that's a great example. And actually, I'm going to use your story to illustrate something. So when I first started doing this for our draft, I just jumped in with Wolfram and I was like, okay, who should the Saints draft at number 9? And asking it questions. And I noticed that it was still thinking that Dennis Allen was the head coach.
Yeah. It makes that
that's
mistake
Spencer.
a lot.
Right. And that's so that's the thing is like the AI is powerful, but it's pulling from information sources that might be dated and that aren't necessarily current and up to date. So when I first started, I said, okay, so I realized what I had to do is I had to give it information before I was going to extract. It's kind of a garbage in, garbage out kind of thing. And it's like Andrew was saying, like, he was very specific about what he asked it to do. And that way he got better answers back because it's able to give you more specific answers back.
You told the ChatGPT that Kellen Moore is the coach, but do you feel like you needed to tell ChatGPT that Mickey Loomis is a lunatic and doesn't like to have a lot of picks and always wants to?
So that's a great question. I didn't necessarily do that, but what I did do was I uploaded the entire front office list so that at least it knew so that at least it knew that Mickey Loomis was not only that obviously Kellen Moore is the head coach and who the offensive coordinators are and who the defensive coordinators are, but I also did do Mickey Loomis and all that kind of stuff, just so that it knows that, and it's up to the AI to decide, to pull whatever information it finds about Mickey Loomis and use that information to make the decision. But anyway, so before I even asked questions or even got down to it, I told it the current Saints coaching roster. The coaching staff and front office staff. I gave it the current roster. Mm-hmm. This is all from their website, and I gave it the NFL draft order, and then I gave them the draft order so they knew what the actual draft order was. Because if you tell it, who should the Saints take in the first round, they don't even know where they pick in the first round unless you tell them. Okay, so with all that, I uploaded all of that, and then we did the typical thing where we went on PFF. I did the 3-round mock. I didn't log into our account. All the settings were standard and regular. And I didn't change anything. So I asked who they should take number 9. The options that we had at number 9. I'm going to Twitter messages because that's where I have it all from time. So available to us in the first round was, and I cannot pronounce this guy's name.
Chet McMillan.
There we go. No, Tet McMillan. Oh, great. Yeah, he's got a nickname. Awesome. Tet McMillan, Malachi Starks, Jihad Campbell. I think Campbell has 2 L's at the end of that.
Jihad.
And Jihad. And then Armand Membo. Armand Membu and these 3 of these guys, other than Malachi Starks, 3 of these guys have RAS scores. But again, I did not tell ChatGPT to draft based on RAS, which maybe I could have. Maybe that would have.
Andrew, I hate all these options.
You hate them all?
I hate all of them. I hate them
Ross
all.
wants to trade up, man.
I would. And Andrew, I don't like any of this. What are your feelings on these?
I just can't believe these are the 4
This
best
is who was available?
Yeah,
I
would like to see the first 8 picks, but this seems kind of bad.
This seems terrible. Like you don't have Genty or Warren or Campbell. Like what happened?
Did they all get picked?
They all get picked.
I don't know.
What about the quarterbacks? Like, is Shedeur gone too?
Yeah, but you got to remember,
I'm guessing so.
Shedeur and Ward, so they wouldn't be the top available.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is all PFF. This is who was left with to me. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I didn't pay too much attention. I didn't see who got taken. I would certainly assume Well, actually, I don't know.
Like, to me, I don't like Tet McMillan. You don't draft 4 or 5 receivers top 10. You don't draft a safety in the top 10. Jihad Campbell, really good linebacker. But again, I don't want to draft a linebacker. I'm taking the tackle, Membo. That's what I would do, Andrew. But I don't love it.
Okay. All right. Andrew, who would you go with?
I guess I'd go with McMillan, the receiver.
Okay.
God.
I know.
So what did
He doesn't watch film though, Andrew.
I know.
And he eats on.
Oh, that's the guy that we were talking about.
That's the guy we want. Yeah, that's the dude.
Okay, fine. Give me Jihad.
Jihad.
I love how the guy, his first name's Jihad, but then his last name is Campbell.
Yeah.
People are already mad, Dave. They said
He's
me
Muslim,
and you
bro.
are in a race to the bottom to have the worst mock draft ever.
First of all, I'm not racing you. You're racing against ChatGPT. So good luck, buddy.
Oh, great. Yes.
Hey, so ChatGPT doesn't trade down?
No, ChatGPT doesn't trade down.
What's Kevin has to say about that?
Just like Mickey Loomis.
I didn't leave that as an option. But if you want, like I said, I have the ChatGPT open now. We can have some fun with this, and I can ask ChatGPT, like, should the Saints trade down in the first round? We can see what he says.
All right.
You can do that.
Who did you take at 9?
Not me. It's
Not you.
ChatGPT.
Sorry, ChatGPT.
Oh, so
Who did they take it? Announce the pick, Commissioner.
The pick is in?
Pick is in.
All right. With the 9th pick in the 2020 5 NFL Draft. The New Orleans Saints select Armand Membu, tackle from Missouri.
Ralph Malbrough, ChatGPT. I'm gonna start calling Ralph AI.
He's 6'3". He's got move to guard written all over him.
So here's the deal. For some reason, when ChatGPT picks these things, it actually gives you a very detailed explanation of pluses and minuses and why it made this pick and blah, 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 blah. And for some reason, all of that analysis from my picks is gone, and I can't find it, and it's not in this ChatGPT.
Oh, great.
So I don't have anything said. But what I can tell you is that they liked his versatility because I think he's played a little bit of right guard also.
Right tackle.
Right tackle. And that they just really wanted to take, first of all, ChatGPT is kind of thinking like Derek Carr might be a long-term solution at quarterback. So ChatGPT really wants to take care of Derek Carr and, just lock in offensive line. So I got to be honest with you, I don't hate it. And honestly, Ralph's human and he saw the options and he picked him too. So I don't know if it's a terrible pick.
Andrew.
Look, when you look at the Saints offensive line, what do they have going for him? Fuaga's great. McCoy is great if he's healthy, which he wasn't last year. They don't have a left guard. Ruiz is questionable at right guard, and Penning, who knows, right? Penning is questionable at best. So I don't hate drafting an offensive lineman at 9. I don't. And
boring. I get it.
It's boring. I could see a lot of fans losing their minds and being like, this is awful, another tackle. But if this guy is good and he makes the line a lot better, it's a good pick.
Does ChatGPT know that Trevor Penning sucks? And maybe ChatGPT knows that the Saints aren't going to pick up Trevor Penning's 5th-year option. So they're like, you take Membo, play him at guard, and then you kick him to tackle.
Is that Sean Orleans music?
Oh,
it is Sean Orleans music. So I got two other things to say about this. One, One, because I lost all of the information I had, I then used that as an opportunity to experiment, and I went ahead and recreated everything and uploaded everything and started a new one and uploaded everything and then asked the same questions. And of course, they give me a different answer now. And they picked Malachi Starks this time around. So anyway, so I thought that was worth mentioning because this whole GPT thing could just be a randomizer. But before you go ahead, now that Kevin is with us, Kevin wasn't on the show 5 minutes ago when we asked this question, but he's here now. We asked ChatGPT using everything that I've built in. Oh, you saw it? Okay. I asked him whether we should draft up, whether we should trade down or not. He basically says, the benefits, there's 4 benefits: extra picks, addresses multiple needs, gives you flexibility and better value at Saints positions of needs. The risks are that you miss out on top prospects, or especially if you're targeting an elite O-line. But the final verdict was that, yes, the Saints should strongly consider trading down if they get good value offers. And the reason why is because the roster isn't desperate for a singular superstar. The draft class is deep at Saints' need positions. Trading down fills more gaps and builds depth for a sustained playoff push, and it increases the flexibility to navigate rounds 2 and 3. How are you feeling about ChatGPT's assessment of whether the Saints should trade up, trade down in the first round, Kevin?
I like that. I still believe that all these AI machines are a blight on society and should be torched. But hey, good analysis there, though. Good analysis.
Yeah, and then actually what I'm going to do next, because now it's saying I can actually simulate a full trade down mock draft for me, which I will have it do.
Good, I'm sure that only burned one
don't trust the machine, but if the machine...
While we move on to the next pick.
I know you don't trust the machines and you think they're going to kill us. And you think they're a blight on humanity. But given a choice, now that you know how ChatGPT feels about trading down, would you rather the ChatGPT actually run the Saints draft this year than Mickey Loomis?
That would be nice if Kellen Moore comes in and says, "Hey, I'd really like to pick this, take this guy," and they just cut to the to the ball of the Loomis 5000, and it's like, I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Kellen.
They already ran their simulation. They have us trading down to number 14 with the Colts and getting their 45th pick. And so they have us taking Membu at tackle with the 14th pick, which we already have. So that would be great. You trade down, get an extra pick, and still get the guy you got here in this situation.
Interception!
HatchetJon with 50 buckaroo interception via Stream
Love
Elements.
Thank you, HatchetJon.
We are less than
Then they have
20
us-
bucks away from my lord.
All right. Then they have us taking Jihad Campbell with pick 45 and Xavier Watts with pick 40, and then Jihad Campbell drops all the way to 45 after he's available at 9. This can't be right. This is bullshit.
Andrew, this scenario that Dave had with these players, we didn't like it.
ChatGPT, not me.
We didn't like it. What to you, when you're watching the draft, as of now, you can change your mind. We still got 17 days or so. What is the scenario where you're going to be like, oh, you're going to be like, oh, I don't like this. Like, as the picks are going up, what do you want to have happen? Because it used to be with the Saints, we used to be like, just pick as many quarterbacks as you want. Because we got Drew. If many as go ahead of us, it's perfect. We'll get a good defensive player. That's what we need. But now, do we want quarterbacks to go ahead of the Saints? What do you want to have happen in the first 8 picks? And what would happen where you would be like, I don't like this. This is not going how I want it to go.
I mean, this is a whole conversation. This could get us really off track with Dave's draft, but
well, he's not even in the chair, so we can go off track for a little bit.
I mean, I'll just, you guys, I have sources with the Broncos. I have sources inside the Saints building, and a couple other scouts that I know with other teams. And the thing that terrifies me is that I feel like there's consensus on the top 3 players. And after that, you don't even have to flex on the people or in my case, the sources I have, just look at any mock. And after the first 3 picks, it's all over the place. There's no consensus, right? And where it really scares me is you have the Browns and the Giants that are both going to pass on Shedeur Sanders. That's the consensus, right? But somehow you have 2 teams that are so quarterback needy and desperate that are yeah, that guy's not good enough to take it 2 or 3, but we're going to justify taking Shedeur Sanders at 9. And so all this smoke kind of terrifies me. And to take it a step further, the people I've talked to who are yeah, low second round, maybe the 3rd or 4th best quarterback, the people I'm hearing that from, they make it sound like the guy sucks and his and then I'm hearing other sides yeah, he's amazing. And Mel Kiper Jr. just in his mock just had the Saints taking him 9. I don't know. I don't pretend to be a quarterback guru who knows everything and is yeah, it's my favorite prospect ever. I mean, he doesn't have an elite skill. That scares me. And so I don't know. I feel like if the Saints ended up picking Shedeur Sanders, I'd get behind it, right? Because I'm a fan and I want it to work. But that's probably, to answer your question, that's the one thing that would absolutely make me shit my pants.
I'll tell you what would make me crap my pants, Kevin, and DoorDash hard drugs to my house, is if the Saints moved up to 4. If they moved up and took Shedeur Sanders, I'd lose my mind. Because I don't think Shedeur Sanders is good. He's a win-with quarterback. He's like Andy Dalton, Teddy Bridgewater. The Saints, it's not going to work if you have Shedeur Sanders and no 2026 first-round pick. It's not going to work.
Wendell Cavalier taking us over the edge with 18 buckaroo donation via Stream Elements.
All right, I got to drink Malort. So, Dave, while I drink this, you set us up for pick 4.
I will. I'll set us up.
What do you mean?
Saints are at... Okay, he's going to drink it. He'll be fine. It's going to be a 9. It's Malort. We all know where this is going.
Here we go.
Come on, wait. Let me switch the weapon.
All right, here we go. You ready?
There you go. All right. So while you drink that, you look just fine. You're taking it like a champ. Saints at number 40, second round, day 2. We're not trading up. We're not trading down. The options that I was left with were
Shut up.
Siobhan. It's hard to concentrate through all this grimacing and grunting. Siobhan Revel,
Sally, I need
Trey
help.
Amos, Xavier Watts, and Josh Connerly. That's who's left. That's who I could choose from. How you doing, Ralph? Your eyes are watering again.
I'm in bad shape, and
I bet you
I'm
are,
out of
Panama
booze,
Red.
and I tried to swish it around like mouthwash to get the Malort out, and
What?
Malort laughed at me like Mickey Loomis laughs at Kevin when Kevin talks about trading down. That's how Malort just. Malort's like,
Did Kevin
laughed
like
at
the
me.
first
He's like,
pick?
it's not happening. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If anything, it's coming back up. Like it's trading up.
Out of all
Sally,
these guys,
I need help.
Yeah, so these are your options. Obviously, Raz, you've got a no Raz score from Siobhan Revel from ECU. I don't know if I'm okay with picking somebody from ECU and an AAC.
Kevin, he would. Hey, wait, what? He was on
But Xavier Watts is a 5.79. That is low.
a tease for a podcast that's coming out later this week that me and Kevin did.
The Val Kilmer
Mr. Revel,
appreciation.
wasn't he on the no fly zone? The Kevin held no fly zone?
Yep.
He was. He was on the no draft list.
Right.
Siobhan Revel?
Siobhan Revel, yeah, he was.
Why?
To quote those Time Life magazine commercials from the late 80s, buy the book.
Okay, all right.
So when the pod comes out, then you'll know, Dave. But for right
Multiple problems, Dave.
You text me.
It's multiple problems. It's like me.
Let me know behind the scenes. So Trey Amos, cornerback. He's got an 8.37. Xavier Watts, safety, has a 5.79, and Josh Connerly Jr. tackle 8.85. But I think Saints Nation would really blow a gasket if they went tackle 1 and 2.
That would be amazing. That
would be great. Honestly, I would love it. But
ChatGPT is broken. They go tackle. Andrew,
Ralph, by the way, do you have the third drink ready just in case?
I do not, but I can get it if we.
Just in case our fans are feeling more generous.
More generous. You crazy people! I'll do another Malort if y'all hit.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
Oh shit! Who sent you the Malort?
I forget. Who that was it? I think it was.
He's drunk. Don't ask him these tough questions. All right. So you all want Trey Amos?
Yeah, he's my guy. But the corner is a need though, Andrew. Like they only got Kool-Aid.
Is safety not a need?
Yeah, no.
Safety is a need, but not as much as corner.
What about double dipping a tackle?
I gotta say, Andrew, I kind of hate the fact that, like, in a deep running back draft, that we have no options at 40. Not that I would take one at 40. Not that I want ChatGPT to necessarily take one at 40, but I would have liked the possibility of someone at 40. And I don't like it because I can't go through another season dependent on Kendra Miller at running back. I can't. My liver can't do it.
Yep, I'm with you.
All right. You want to reveal the pick?
Let's do it.
Commissioner, what was the pick?
All right, the pick is in. With the 40th pick, the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame.
Sorry, that's
We got it.
I like it.
all right. That's ChatGPT. I will say this: when I ran the simulation again, they did pick Xavier Watts a second time. So if there's any one pick out of all these that ChatGPT Wolfram seems to be certain about, it's this one. He's a versatile defensive back. The Saints love disguised coverages. He's a special teams contributor.
No, that was a
immediately.
Dennis Allen thing. I think
I will say this, Ralph.
They say he's the future leader of the secondary. He fills Tyrann Matthews' succession plan, who's 32 years old, and he's a Thorpe Award pedigree. He's a proven playmaker.
I mean, I personally love this, Ralph. When you consider some of the players out of Notre Dame that the Saints have drafted, I'm thinking Irv Smith. I'm thinking Ian Book. What could go wrong?
Oh my God!
The ChatGPT also says, yeah, that's true. ChatGPT also says Watts plays center field and can drop into the slot.
Oh, actually, Blake Grupe went to Notre Dame. Fun fact.
Ooh, hey,
that's fun. I mean,
all right.
Kevin,
Anyway, hey, look, hey, don't blame me. Blame yell at
Kevin.
Wolfram.
I feel like this is a way too high for Mr. Watts.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, why are you cutting to me? All I'm going to say is, yep, too high. Too high. Like the guy that we should have had was Trey. That was the guy to take at 40 was Trey Amos, and we didn't. So okay, it's a tremendous winner. I mean, honestly, I would rather stare at Dave's daughter's art projects
Easy.
than I said art projects. Yeah, I mean, if you would lift your head up and look, you would have seen his daughter wandered into the.
Yeah, he has no idea what you're referencing.
Holding up an art project.
Andrew, you forgot about Courtney Watson.
Kevin, I thought this is our love closet.
Chum closet.
Oh, chum closet.
Andrew, you forgot about Courtney Watson.
Thank you. Yes, another
Jason
great
Champagne
Notre
reminded
Dame
us.
player. Yeah, that's right.
I don't like this.
Oh, Ralph's pants just got tighter.
This draft, I wish Kevin would have been here last week because then Kevin could have debated which draft was worse. Me trading up for Cam Ward and then trading down and trying to get more picks, or this draft where the computer is just vomiting nonsense.
I hate both of you.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reply to
Oppenheimer.
Its pick, and I'm going to say Ralph doesn't like this pick, and let's see what it says.
Yeah. Does it know who I am?
It might. Let's find out.
Maybe tell
It's going to say.
maybe tell
Anyway.
us Kevin's reasoning. It's a bad pick because he could have picked,
When was the last time, Andrew? Can you think? Maybe somebody in the chat. Andrew, can you think of any? When was the last time the Saints picked somebody in the top 100 that had a RAS under 8?
Ian Book. No, he was after 100, right?
Yeah, he was after 100. Book is the winningest quarterback in Notre Dame history. Thank you, Wicker Man.
This is hilarious. So I responded to it, them picking Xavier Watts, and I said, Ralph doesn't like this pick! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And he says, I love this. Let's act like this is a live draft room. And Ralph, maybe your director of player personnel, just banged the table and said, Coach, I don't like this pick. No problem. Good draft rooms. No problem. Good draft rooms. Welcome debate. Here's what we do in real draft rooms. Adjust the board, restack based on Ralph's objection, and keep our priorities straight. Step 1, Ralph's pushback. Let's guess why. Maybe Ralph thinks Xavier Watts is too early value at number 40. Yeah. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Or I love this. We've got Honey Badger. We've got Jordan Howden. We can wait on safety.
Oh,
Andrew, is that something you would say? Would you say that?
I would.
Jordan
Andrew,
Howden.
the chat came through. Jason Champagne found the last time the Saints drafted somebody in the top 100 that had a RAS under 8. It was your former boyfriend, Kikaha.
Oh God, Kikaha, Jesus!
I love.
Oh my God! By the way, there's your random saint of the week, Kikaha.
Yeah, there you go. Random saint.
We're done here. We're done here. By the way, just so you know, Ralph, so they redrafted, and ChatGPT is now going with Trey Amos, Ole Miss. So congratulations, you bullied ChatGPT into drafting somebody else. Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
I mean, I don't like it. I hate Notre Dame. I got to put my Notre Dame bias is leaking in here. So what do we got at 71, Dave? What's the options?
All right, so number 71. Let's see. We've got keeps changing on me here. All right, number 71. We've got Demetrius Knight Jr. We've got Dylan. I want to talk to Sampson, Jalen Royals, and Trey Harris. We've got a lot of offense here. We've got 2 wide receivers, a running back, and a linebacker. Now we've got another running back from Tennessee, Dylan Sampson. I kind of like this getting him with Alvin Kamara. We've got 2 Vols. I feel like Alvin Kamara would take this young man under his wing, teach him everything he knows. Unfortunately, I don't think that has anything to do with your talent, but whatever.
Low Raz though.
Low Raz.
Yeah.
Kevin, this is an interesting one because
Trey Harris, leader in the clubhouse.
Dylan Sampson,
Dylan, it's Dylan. I want to talk to Sampson.
Dylan Sampson's tape, he does not look like a 6'6" Raz guy on tape. I'm as a person that gambles on SEC football. But Kevin, what's the guy that you like the most here?
Honestly, I feel like Jalen Royals out of the 4 is probably the biggest reach. I have seen Demetrius Knight Jr. go in the 40s. I have seen Dylan Sampson go in the 50s. Trey Harris is sometimes there in the 70s. I mean, those, like, God.
Andrew,
I wouldn't be having this problem. Well, no, I probably still would be having a problem. I feel like you can't go wrong based on what I see in the depth chart if you pick Knight or Harris, either one of those, and then I would say third, Dylan Sampson, because I think there are more running backs deeper in the draft that you could pick.
Andrew, listen, Dennis Allen's gone, so it's a whole new world, obviously, with a new head coach. But it really is an entirely new world on defense. Like,
why is
Dennis
that quality
Allen,
so terrible? It does not sound like that on my phone.
He was Saints coach for 2.5 years, but he was defensive coordinator since the middle of 2015. So, like, we knew, like, this is what Dennis Allen wanted on defense: giant defensive ends, corners that could play man. And we kind of understood it. Now, got Brandon Staley, stat boy, king of the nerds, as the defensive coordinator. What adjustments do we need to make for the defense on, like, the players that they want, and, like, just, like, positions that, like, they never used to necessarily take as high, that they might be drafting higher, that we're just not used to seeing?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, Ralph. Like, I mean, who knows? But yeah, it is a whole new world. Dave's right.
New world.
A new fantastic point of view.
A new fantastic point of view.
Thank you.
Would you?
I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to be different. Like, well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, part of me thinks that Loomis is forever going to Loomis. Right? And so that's
forever, Loomis, forever.
Look, just look. All that aside, we need an effing receiver. All right, our receivers suck. Can we please draft one of these 2 receivers and be done with it? ChatGPT, if you don't pick a receiver here, like, you suck, and this whole experiment is failed.
Dave, enter into ChatGPT. Chris Olave's brains are mashed potatoes, and add it in and tell GPT.
When you make the selection, please consider that.
Can consider that Olave's brain is mashed potatoes. Do we need a receiver at 71?
But I guess the last thing I'll say before we move on, like, when you watch that interview by Kellen Moore, which Nick Underhill reposted, and he was like, I thought this was really interesting. He's kind of like, yeah, we don't like. He's like, if the 2 best players in our offense are both tight ends, we're going to run a bunch of personnel with 2 tight ends. And if we have two great running backs, we're going to find a way to get them both on the field.
Right.
So like he seemed very adaptable to like, you play to your strengths, you find, the guys that are going to give you the best chance to make plays, and then you leverage that. So that tells me, like, when you think about the types of players that he drafts, he's more interested in, and I'm hoping this kind of goes back to my mantra, which is always just get good players in the building. I don't care what position they play. I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more like that.
Remember when we went and ate at Mantra, Andrew?
Yes. Very well.
All right, tell us,
Commissioner, what was the name of the
give us
beer again? What was the beer?
Yeah, I don't.
Taj Mahal.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Commissioner, give us the pick.
With the 71st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Jalen Royals, wide receiver
All right.
from
Pick the
Utah
wide receiver.
State.
So Andrew, I guess
haven't broken up yet. We're still.
I was gonna say, there you go. I was gonna say, so I guess I'm still alive here. ChatGPT still alive. Here's what ChatGPT has to say. He's a smooth pilot. He's 6 foot 195. He's primarily a slot receiver, but he can flex outside. So a little bit. Is kind of a duplicate of your Brandon Cooks, Rashid Shaheed kind of mold. So not really sure we really need him, but okay. Smooth, polished route runner, instant acceleration off the line, big time yards after catch, reliable hands. He's quick twitch. Love to hear about the quick twitch.
Oh.
But basically, why Jalen Royals?
Quick tits there.
Quick twitch.
Oh, Ralph's pants just got tighter.
Quick twitch. But why Jalen Royals fits the Saints? Saints have Olave, Cooks, and Shaheed, but Cooks is 31. Shaheed is a niche player, and depth matters. And then also, according to you guys, Olave's brain is mush. So add that in. The Royals can step in immediately as a wide receiver 4. Okay, I mean, whatever.
If anybody has a Mark Royals jersey from way back when, the old Saints punter, maybe
There you go.
Number. You can.
There you go. That's right. Kellen Moore loves dynamic, flexible wide receivers. He could be used as a jet sweep threat, quick slants, options, motion weapon to ID coverages pre-snap. Anyway, they like him. Jalen Royals.
I know, Andrew. I know Kellen Moore was like, we love Olave. He's going to do great things for the team, blah, blah, blah. And everybody was like, well, that shut down the Olave trade talk and blah. But I don't know. Like, are you still certain that Olave is going to be on the team in 2025?
I am more confident that he will be. It seems like Kellen Moore is into him. It seems like they've been happy with kind of like his recovery and work put in the offseason. So I would say maybe a couple weeks ago, I was like, trade him. There's no way I'm spending the money. I kind of still personally feel that way. Like I just can't find a justifiable reason to extend him. Like I would trade him because I just don't want to pay the money that it's going to take to keep him. But
you'd pick up the 5th-year option at minimum, right?
I guess.
Oh, you would risk like not picking up the option? Because then at least you have him for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're ballsy. I wouldn't do that.
Yep.
I mean, I don't like this draft. I don't ChatGPT. I feel like it doesn't have Mickey Loomis's recklessness. It hasn't taken into account my guy Rutledge's mullet. Like, I feel like ChatGPT is not ready for prime time. I feel like this draft, Kevin, it's for me, it's like a C.
Wait, I think that's good though, because if every instinct you have is wrong, then the opposite should be right. I mean, we heard your stab at it last week, and that was a complete disaster. So I think insults from you is kudos from normal people.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway,
what do we got at 91?
Solve your problems with aggression.
Number 93. We are in, what round is this? Are we still in the
third round?
Third round.
All right, numero 93. The available options to me were, yes, this is correct.
Kyle.
Yes.
Kevin,
anyway,
this looks like a 6th round potpourri going on.
Kyle Williams, wide receiver. RJ Harvey, running back. Damian Martinez, running back, and DJ Giddens, running back. So this is all offense, a whole bunch of, and then the person that, wait, hold on. Oh.
Yeah, running backs only, Dave.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it. No, I got it.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the analysis from, because again, when I ran the analysis again, it picked a different person. So I was getting confused. So I see who it picked the first time.
Here's a question, and I want both of Kevin and Andrew both to answer. We know the Saints need a running back because I think Kendra Miller, he got injured again during this podcast. But what kind of running back do we want to pair with Kamara?
Honestly, I think any sort of running back would be acceptable. I think any of these three guys at running back would be acceptable. PFF has them rated in that order: RJ Harvey, Damian Martinez, and DJ Giddens. You see Giddens with the higher RAS.
RJ Harvey, 5'9".
I think getting a back that like is, first of all, like who is like Alvin Kamara? It's not like we're gonna draft some guy.
Nobody ever.
It's not like we're gonna draft some guy and you're gonna be like, nah, he's like Alvin Kamara. He's awesome like Alvin Kamara, but I wish we had drafted a guy that had a different style. I think that's so overblown, like the change of pace, like just get someone awesome. Like, I don't really care what his running style is like. I mean, I would like for him to be versatile. So if he's good at pass protection and he can catch some passes and he's good in between the tackles, like obviously versatility is great. But if he's a one-trick pony like Darren Sproles, hell yeah, I'll go for that too. So my point here is, like, I think that's so overblown, this whole, like, you got to get the battering ram and then you got to get the speed guy and you got to play them off each other, you know? Like, I don't care if they're the same guy as long as they're awesome.
That's true. Like Ingram and Kamara, like they weren't like they weren't like super different. You know, that's a good point. I personally, Darren Sproles is one of my favorite all-time Saints. I want a teeny tiny running back that was awesome. Would be amazing. And
so what does that mean? So who do you want out of these people?
Who's the smallest one of the running backs?
I don't know. RJ Harvey's
5'9", 208.
That's who I want. And we can play PJ Harvey music when he does well. So I like that. I would go Harvey. So Commissioner, what's the pick?
Wait, what does everybody else want?
The 93rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The New Orleans Saints select RJ Harvey, running back from UCF.
There you go. All right. That is now two picks. That ChatGPT has taken, that Ralph explicitly asked for. So either
that's when you know it sucks.
I was about to say, there's only two answers here. Either Ralph is intelligent, like artificially.
We know that's not
that
accurate.
Can't be it. That can't.
Or AI is still needs some tweaking.
Well, it's
AI might be pulling a little too much from Twitter. Anyway, so here's the final roundup here from PFF. Armand, Xavier, Jalen, and RJ. Welcome to New Orleans. Wow, they gave me an A-. They gave B+ for my first round pick of Membu. They gave me a B for my second round pick of Xavier Watts. They gave me an A for Jalen Royals, and they gave me an A+ for RJ Harvey. Overall A-. Is that good? Do they not give out A's a lot?
They probably do.
What did you get?
I got like a C.
Oh yeah, you got like a B. Oh,
I got like a C. No, because trading up for Cam Ward, PFF gave me the double birds. Like they hate Cam Ward. They hate Cam Ward.
Deservedly.
I got like a C minus. I got the double bird.
So I would say everything's fair and on par then. So there you go. There's the ChatGPT draft. Why did you call this the green draft? I didn't understand why you called this the green draft.
I know, the Tulane. I didn't know what to name it, so I named it the green draft.
Andrew,
you
what?
Just named it the AI draft. Sitting right there in front of you.
What would you change about this draft, Andrew? You give a player or a position that you would be like, perfect draft.
Like at each round or what?
Yeah, no, just like if you could add one player or switch one player out and change the position or whatever.
Oh.
What would make it in your mind? You'd be like, that is perfect.
I mean, I'm liking receiver and running back. I'm cool with safety. I don't know. I mean, I would like to get a quarterback if it's the right guy. But honestly, I'm not that like hot and bothered about positions because I just feel it's interesting. I feel like last year going into the draft, the Saints had more like glaring holes. And by that, I mean like they don't have a starter at this position. I mean, right now, if you look at this roster, the only spot where I'm like, yeah, they don't have a starter is probably left guard. Like that's probably the and I'm not. I wouldn't really lobby for them to take a guy at 9 to fill that need anyway, right? So I feel less panicky about the starting lineup, but like depth is wide open. Like I feel like you could make a case for literally any spot on the roster. Like there's really no position where I'm like, nope, they're set there. They shouldn't drop. So like you could list any 4 positions here and I would be okay with it, honestly. But I feel like not picking a corner 9, I feel like leveling up corner with a starter in particular would be nice to have. So like the fact that corner was not the 9th pick, where you get a top 10 guy in the draft, maybe the best corner in the draft, that immediately starts for you. And maybe it's a Lattimore type experience. Like if we could get that, I would want that.
Kevin, the only thing I know this draft, it agreed with me, but the thing that I worry about with the 9th pick with Dave is I feel like that Membo guy, like he's like at 9, I want a guy that's like a more sure thing and has like a higher ceiling and more sizzle. I don't know. Like I want like a Warren or like that kind of quality player. Like Membo is like, he's okay. He's pretty good. Like I just want more sizzle at 9.
Yeah. I mean, I'm roughly the same. And it's like, if this guy doesn't work as a guard, then you have to hope that he can somehow be good as a slightly undersized tackle. So that's too much risk for 9. Not a fan of the safety at 40. I would have preferred the corner. I would have preferred a different wide receiver at 71, even though they liked R.J. Harvey. I think they liked R.J. Harvey just because ChatGPT Dave was, or Dave GPT, however you want to call it.
Yeah, Dave GPT. I like that.
Just pick the wide receiver, and the machine knows that wide receiver is a big position to need. I do like the R.J. Harvey pick. That I do like.
Dave, do you feel like you should have been less lazy and done more drafting yourself?
No, hell no. No, this is probably more work than I would have done because I had to upload all the info to start, and then I ended up redoing some of it because I lost some of it. So this ended up probably being more work.
More work.
So you could have done it yourself.
Yes.
Gone with your gut.
Correct.
Okay.
I will not be doing this for my draft.
Well, of course not. Nobody else should do it. I took the idea already. I already took the idea.
Well, no, of course not. Andrew
I'm
will
still
pay
not sure I
someone to
follow.
do it for him.
That's right.
Right.
Well,
That's right.
I old Andrew that had a job would have, but
Fuck
you,
shit.
Tomas.
Right. Sorry.
All right, Dave. I applaud you for being a man of modern technology and sloughing off your work to the robots.
It's called content. Well, again, path of least resistance.
Okay, Terminator.
The path of least resistance. That's how I got where I am now. As much as that I can pass off onto AI to help me with my tasks, I will do that. I actually successfully had it compile my college licensing reports. I was really excited about that. That literally saved me like half a day's work.
Congratulations.
It's also come up with some logos for me.
Before we get to trivia, give us a donation update.
All right, so HatchetJon is still in the lead with 120 buckaroos. Oppenheimer second place. Wendell Cavalier third place, and we are $100 away from the magical 283 third drink.
I'll do it, and I have a 5:15 a.m. wake up call, and I'll do a third drink. I want.
So this is a terrible idea.
5:15? You got to wake up tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I have to wake up 5:15 and go work at a conference and drive all the way across Houston. Yes.
I still can't believe they let you drive.
Why are you doing
They
that?
shouldn't. They shouldn't.
No,
when is Elon?
When is Doge cracking down on the handicapped drivers like Ralph?
Right.
When is that happening?
I'll just say this. I don't give a damn about electric cars. I want the self-driving car, and I want it yesterday.
You want the Waymo? They probably have Waymos in we just got a couple here in New Orleans. I've seen them. They've been spotted here.
The self-driving is pretty great. Not gonna lie.
Oh
yeah.
God, I want
Get some work done.
Yeah.
Dave, Toxic Pete, Dave, tell the truth. Did Kai Harley make those picks for you?
Again, I uploaded the entire front office staff and told them.
Could have been.
Yeah, so maybe it's possible.
All right, Thomas. Let's do trivia. Is this courtesy of Butterich?
Yes, sir, of course. It's a pretty quick one.
We're going to get something to eat.
Should be an easy one, I think. I don't know why he asked this question, So the trivia question for tonight is: who has more rushing touchdowns as a Saint?
Yeah.
Reggie Bush or Drew Brees?
I'm going Drew Brees.
Gotta be.
No. See, I think it's a trick. He's trying to trick us.
Brees has the sneak,
Yeah, exactly. How many times has he gone over the top? I'm going with Drew Brees. Final answer. I'm going to get a
Rush. See,
it's got to be.
I think it's
I bet Reggie, if you count punt returns and receptions, I'm sure Reggie has him if you go all-time touchdowns, but purely rushing, I'm going with Drew.
And Reggie was only on the Saints for what, 4 years? Drew was 15.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still Reggie Bush. I'm still going.
And Reggie was still a lot more of an east to west guy, which was kind of frustrating at times.
Yeah, my grandfather called that dancing.
Hit the hole, don't dance, you coward.
Yeah, he
Drew
hated
Brees.
dancing. Yeah.
Oh, so he'd have enjoyed living in the town where Footloose took place.
All right.
Yeah.
Thomas,
so wait, you're picking Reggie Bush.
I'm pitching Reggie Bush.
No, it's the
everybody
answer.
else picking.
No way.
Thomas,
Got to be Drew. Got to be Drew.
This feels like a trick question.
Drew Brees.
21 for Drew Brees, 17 for Reggie.
Let's see what ChatGPT says.
Wow, what a hot question.
Tree, Dave.
Yeah. All right. So before we get to the mailbag, the Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hardhide, Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. All right, Thomas, play ticket to the top.
Hold on.
What was
Before
that?
you do that, hold on. Stop.
Oh,
What?
I'm looking right now at this top 5 all-time touchdown leaders in Saints history. No cheating. Dave, can you name all 5 off the top of your head?
Top 5 all-time touchdown Saints leaders.
Yes. Go.
Deuce McAllister.
He's number 5. He's on there.
Okay.
Mark Ingram.
Just like in general, like passing, catching, like everything.
Yeah, Dave is going. Stop cheating, Thomas. Total.
Drew Brees.
All right, no, he scoring touchdowns.
Oh,
Dave,
scoring touchdowns. Okay,
you're out of here.
okay,
You're out.
no, scoring
Kevin, you
touchdowns.
go.
No. He needed that specification. So
Yeah,
let's-
I didn't know what you were talking about.
You got Deuce.
Darren Sproles.
Okay, you're out. God, you're terrible at this game. Kevin, you go.
Marcus Colston.
We've
I was
established
going to say Colston.
We've established Deuce at 5. Yes, Colston is number 2.
Ooh.
Who's a long-term? Who the hell was a long-term running back?
Eric Martin.
Come on, name number 1, man.
I was literally going to say. I was going to say
Joe Horn.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham is number 4. Yes.
Really?
You're missing number 1 and number 3.
Um,
Ralph is already out because he said Joe Horn. He's done.
Oh,
where's
You guys are terrible at this game.
I think I know
Where's-
both.
I know.
Where's Pierre?
I know who these
where's
are.
is Pierre on there? Is Pierre on there?
No, probably not.
He's number 10. You're also done.
No.
Shit.
Thomas, do you want to take a stab at this? You need number 1 and number 3.
Kamara and Ingram.
You nailed it.
There you go. Wow.
Good job, Thomas.
Ingram. No.
Yep.
All right.
See,
So
the
play ticket to the
Polish
top, Thomas.
Relatively new Saints fan is smarter than all of you.
Well.
I
Go
mean,
to hell.
That's because all those guys
two,
are all the new guys.
those two are
Yeah.
like, you know,
We're still living in the past.
broke records, like pretty, you know.
I'm disappointed that Ralph didn't say Danny Abramowitz.
I would.
Abramovich.
Yeah.
ChatGPT says that Drew Brees has 23 rushing touchdowns, and Reggie Bush has
incorrect.
17 rushing touchdowns.
How does it get that wrong? Brees has 21.
I don't know.
Wow.
All right, Thomas. What's
Disappointing.
first up in the mailbag? You take it.
All right, so music, no music. I'm confused.
You can play
Yes.
the music in the back.
Do it.
All right, music. And a question in the meantime. So many amazing questions, guys. If you haven't heard question on this podcast, I have saved for maybe next ones. I have so many saved up.
Yeah. And even though I had to
first-
get up at the crack of dawn, Thomas shamed me into a mailbag. He bullied me into it. So we're going to do a
I
mailbag,
did.
and we'll answer the ones we don't get to the show. We'll answer those on the mailbag.
Yeah, and
So what's
actually,
first up, Thomas?
first question is from last week. I saved it because Andrew wasn't there last week, and this is an Andrew question. Biloxi Shocker asks, who would win in a tennis doubles match of Andrew and Ralph versus Kevin and Dave?
Oh, this is tough. See, we got.
Ralph and I.
I don't know,
Look.
Andrew. You'd have to think of a strategy. I'm terrible at tennis.
There is
Like,
no chance we would lose. 0.
I'm assuming they put me and Andrew on separate teams because we're the 1 and 2. And now, look, and Andrew is the 1. Obviously, I'm not even going to attempt
but
to.
here's the thing, Andrew. Can you overcome?
I think we'd have
What
a
if
better
it
chance
was?
in
What if it
pickleball.
was me and Kevin, and I played
You would
tennis
have-
in the
No, no.
past?
You would have
I
no
think
chance.
Andrew might be overconfident because here's the thing: he's got to overcome me serving some of the time, and that's a struggle because
And
I only have
receiving.
one arm.
The only
Yeah, but here's the thing is
only
like Andrew's
time
probably
I would
going to
be-
win all of his serves because he's going to ace the
like
shit out.
first of all, like I don't know what Kevin's playing experience is, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he will not get any of my serves back.
Limited.
Like
Limited.
not a single one. Dave might
I would probably get a
back-
few back.
Yeah, Dave might get like 25% of my serves back.
I mean, like how fast is your serve?
I mean,
If you go at it.
I've ever hit it is like 109, 108.
I'm not returning anything over 80 miles an hour. If you serve it over 80, I don't think I'm returning that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't had shoulder issues, so I can still hit it. Like I would guess I don't top out higher than 104, but like I'm still hitting over 100. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Really?
Yeah. Like
But
it's not even that good. Like I play with guys my age that hit 120 that have.
No, I know that, but I want to say something like I used to go to the US. I used to go to the US Open every year as a kid in Flushing Meadows. Every year in August, at the end of August, it was right before school started. From like the late 80s to the late 90s, I went almost every year. And back then, and this was like the Pete Sampras days. Back then, those guys were like Sampras would top out at like 105, 110. I feel like
no.
120 he was doing.
Well, he was doing 135 easy.
No way, I don't remember that at all. Because at the U.S. Open they always had the thing, the monitor that always showed you how
ChatGPT.
Maybe his spinny second serve was like 99, 102.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
His second
stuff was
it's 130.
Here's the thing, though, Andrew.
No, I remember the fast guys being at like 120.
But I think Andrew's being super arrogant here because Andrew, you're discounting the thing. When they are serving, they can hunt me like barbecue
130
chicken.
easy?
Like
Andrew,
they can just be like,
Ralph.
"Where is Ralph?"
Okay, they're not getting my serve back. Like they're not getting my serve back. All right, so that's like when I'm serving, it's a hold every time. Okay. When they're serving, anytime they serve to me, I'm capping the ball at the net man and the point's over. Okay, so 100% of the time when they're serving to me, we're winning the point. All it takes is one double fault on your side, and I'm guessing neither of these guys can serve consistently. All it takes is one double fault to your side, and we've got that game secured. The only game I'm worried about is with you serving, Ralph.
I think you overestimate my ability.
No chance. And like, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but like, I coach tennis. I play 4 times a week. Like,
we need to make this happen.
I don't pretend to go out on the golf course and get within 10 strokes of Dave.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Hey, I have a different question.
Can we do
Andrew,
this for golf now?
Hey, sorry guys, I have a different question. What if it was Andrew and Ralph versus 2 old ladies that Andrew, is playing with regularly?
Do the old ladies play regularly?
Yeah, like the ones that you play with.
That would actually scare me more than Kevin. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's not a joke. That's not a joke.
That's good.
I'm dead serious.
I think I'd have a better chance in pickleball. But look, I agree with Andrew. Like if Andrew is serving,
what about ping pong?
Well, because I don't have to run. I don't have to do as much running in pickleball.
I'm better at ping pong than tennis. No chance.
Oh Jesus!
We need to make this happen. We need to.
But you've never played pickleball though.
I have played pickleball.
You need to make this happen.
None.
I
do this for a living. I coach.
No, Andrew. No. I didn't say I could beat you at pickleball. I'm just saying I feel like I have a chance. I would maybe keep it closer. I guess that's what I should say is I think maybe it would be closer at pickleball than at tennis. But tennis is running, and if you're serving 100 miles an hour, neither me nor Kevin are returning any of those.
Here's the thing.
I agree.
If we did this.
But
Andrew
Ralph isn't hitting anything over the net.
We did Andrew and me versus you and Kevin, but Andrew cannot serve. How would you feel then, Andrew?
Oh, like I have to serve underhanded?
No, I serve.
No.
All of our stuff.
Yeah, that could get interesting.
See, I think.
Yeah, if we take my serve away, I think that's a big one. Yeah,
because I'm only getting it over
then you might.
I still think we win because it would literally be like try to get the ball in and then get the fuck out of my way would be like our strategy.
I think
basically like just tap it over and then like let me play the rest of the point and
we need to make.
I still think we'd be fine, but that would be more stressful. For sure.
We need to make that happen. Thomas, what's next?
Damn, that was a fucking long one.
You know what would be an interesting is to have the three of us play Dave in golf, where like our lowest score on each hole is the one that counts.
I still think I'd beat you.
I still think we get spanked, but like
Andrew, it would still be you.
I don't play golf.
No, Andrew doesn't play golf.
Brother, I can't swing a golf club.
This is all
golf, but I haven't.
This is why. See, this is all. See, if we lived in the same damn
Evan, I think Ralph
area,
might be ace in the hole.
If we lived in the same damn area, we could be providing this content for YouTube, and we could make all this happen.
Yeah,
Andrew, my handicap was like 16. I was like
that sounds pretty good.
No,
your handicap is your arm.
My handicap is my arm, but my golf handicap was 16, 17.
So it's like 17.
I can hit it, but a good drive for me when I played 20 years ago was like 220.
I actually, honestly, yeah, honestly, Ralph and I have talked about this before. I honestly think Ralph might be the second best golfer on this podcast.
I think that might be true.
That's sad. It's sad. What's next, Thomas? It's really sad.
All right. Next question from Saints Rabbit, the usual suspect who's with us in the chat. He asks, if the Saints end up with 11 picks this draft, what
Not
is
realistic.
the biggest?
Move on.
What is the biggest personal sacrifice to yourself, family, or friends you're willing to make to guarantee the Saints hit on all players? Wrong, with a question mark.
You're telling me we're basically 11 picks, we hit on all of them. We're basically drafting an entire starting half of a football team.
Yeah, would you sacrifice your son's rap career, Dave?
Probably.
Dave,
he's probably not going anywhere.
I would delete Twitter from my phone for that.
Wow.
Wait,
what a
Juge isn't going to
sacrifice.
weigh in? Juge would have to give up the cell numbers of
His sauces.
He would have to lose all the contact info of his sauces.
He would have to
any other
sacrifice
player.
it
He
120
probably
miles
has
per
them
hour
memorized.
serve.
He could just show up on time to the podcast 6 straight weeks in a row. That'd be a huge
that would be a
personal
punishment.
sacrifice.
Oh, he'd be so miserable.
Fuck you, Andre George.
Let's see. They would be hitting on all the players, all 11.
11. And they got 11, so they've traded down somehow. I mean, that's a whole.
That's the best draft in history.
Bowl. I mean, like if you do that, do you not win the Super Bowl that year?
I would be willing to only
hands
have intercourse 5 times.
I would drink Malort.
No, for the remainder of the season.
Of your life?
I would drink Malort.
Damn, your hand's gonna get tired, man.
I would drink Malort every week on the Tuesday show during the season. I'll drink.
You do that already. It doesn't really
until I black out. I'll drink it until I black out.
Whoa.
So then Dave can be the host. What's next, Thomas?
Oh, am I number 2?
You are.
All
You're
right.
number 2, all right.
Number 2.
All right. Final question from Bruce AC. It's been a while, Bruce. He asks, if Loomis was to trade down, how far would you be comfortable with? And if it's to 32, what trade tariff should we impose on the Eagles?
Oh, that's not.
It's not possible for him to go lower than I can stand. Try me, test me out. Let's see how low we can go, Loomis.
Would you? Here's a trade that I think it's probably not possible, but I think Buffalo is going to want to move up to get a star player. I just think they might want to go higher than 9. but like Buffalo has 2 second-round picks. I think it's like 58 and 63. If Buffalo offered the Saints 30, both of their second-round picks to go from 9 to 30, I'd have to consider it. The Eagles, if they were a country and Loomis was Donald Trump, their tariff would be 200% because they have been having a trade imbalance with the Saints for years. We'd have to put a reciprocal tariff on Howie Roseman, Kevin. Would make your head spin.
So I just ran this through PFF. I would trade pick 9 of the Eagles, and I can get picks 32, 64, 96, the Eagles' second-round pick in 2026, and then their third and fourth round picks in 2027.
Oh, that's the dream scenario for you.
Yeah. Yup.
I mean, I think you. If the Eagles offered it, I would do it. The only thing is, man, when you go that far down, you are really, not only are you giving up a premium player in the top 10, you're really in the grab bag. Because if you move from like 9 to like the teens, you still have a chance to like have somebody fall, and you can be like, hey, we got a really good player. When you go into that 32 area, you're 100%. It's all volume because you're not getting a premium player. But,
yeah,
but I like it. So that was the final question, right, Thomas?
Yep, that's right.
That's all she wrote. Kikaha, random saint of the week.
So, Thomas, recap everybody.
What was his first name? I can't even remember his first name.
Halui.
I don't even. Halui
Kikaha.
Andrew loved him.
Damn, Andrew went to take a,
had to take a phone call.
He got too excited with a tennis match.
He's
right.
being sitting down.
What? Thomas, recap the MVP.
Roger that. So as you can see now, we are on an 87-week donation streak. Only 17 weeks to go. Thanks to everyone who pitched in tonight. To Ralph Suffering, to Jason Champagne, to Wendell Cavalier, to
Dave,
Oppenheimer.
I did a little research on OnlyFans /OnlyHands. I did a little research.
Little research, huh? On OnlyHands.
I bet you did.
Does your wife know about that, man?
Yeah, she does.
She does? All right.
Was this at like 11:30 at night?
The average amount that people make on OnlyFans that post more than 7 times a week is $62,000 a year.
Look at that.
If we could get that up to like 90, I could go OnlyHands full time.
I mean, we got this is what you need to be thinking about. I'm being dead serious. You need to start thinking about what you're going to hold with your hand, because I think that's going to be crucial. I think you want to hold. I think you want to hold.
Like,
and I'm being serious here. I think you want to hold like certain innocuous things, in the candy bar or whatever. But I think you also want to hold. I think you also want to hold. You might want to go to your local, video store.
Sausage.
Well, yeah, that would be hilarious, actually.
Andrew, I know
I'm saying, maybe go to your local, not Rick's. What's the? I don't know, Hollywood Hustler store, and maybe buy a couple of things that you could put in your hand.
Andrew, I know you're looking for your next
I'm going to attract some people.
Or next business opportunity. I have one for you. We go OnlyHands halvesies, but you give me like your tennis rackets. You fly me up to Charlottesville. We do like tasteful, like nature scenes. Maybe go to Monticello where Thomas Jefferson hanging us out.
Whoa,
Like,
look at you
really
with your
like
Charlottesville knowledge.
Yeah, we class it up on Only Hands with some like Northern Virginia classiness.
Listen, man, I have a 12-month non-compete, 18-month non-solicitation. So like,
and then the little pair gets signed.
That's right. That's right. I've got to run out the clock on this. If I even want to stay in the same business, like I have to run the clock out anyway. So like, and I'm, I've done the same thing for 22 years. So I'm virtually unhireable. So like anyone needs me to clean your toilets, clean your house. I'm open and available for anything. You let me know. Only Hands. Like, yeah, I'm in.
I mean, I
just Googled hand fetish OnlyFans. I'm serious. I probably shouldn't have. Yeah. I probably should have done this in like incognito mode. I probably should have.
Yeah, you should have.
Now I'm fucked.
This is going to fulfill your financial dreams in a way that podcasting for the Saints would never.
But like the first link is a link to a website from July 24th, 2024. A website called Inflow. It says, "Do hand pics sell on OnlyFans?" Is there a market for hand pics? Absolutely. Many OnlyFans creators have a dedicated following that pays for exclusive glimpses of their digits.
I was doing my research.
Successful hand pick niches: nail art displays, hands holding products, hand modeling poses, unique hand features. Okay, you got that locked down.
I did when I was doing my research, Dave. I saw the woman. She only literally had one arm. Her one of her arms was missing, like from here down, and she's called the arms dealer. And she. Oh my God!
It's amazing.
So you can be the hand dealer.
I could be the hand dealer.
By the way, I'm almost having been reading ChatGPT content for the last hour. I'm fairly certain that this article was written by AI because it has the same. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. I think this is pretty much
Ralph.
So, by the way,
feeling better and better about this potential.
HatchetJon, the whiteboard is yours. DM Thomas or me. You get it. We'll do it for you next week. And we're thinking of you, HatchetJon, with your
rest in peace,
father
Mr.
passing away. But thanks everybody for watching.
Sorry for your
If you enjoyed the show and we made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps make the show a little bit better. If you listen to the free version, sign up. It's amazing. You should do it.
Here's an article from the Mirror. I sell snaps of my thumbs for £4,000 on OnlyFans.
Wow, I need more than that.
People are going wild.
That's only like $8 American. So don't forget to follow us on the socials, wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave.
A lot hotter than you.
Yeah, thanks to Dave. Thanks to Kevin and Andrew. And Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time, the bar is closed.